What if I told you that the answer to your deepest problems isn't some massive breakthrough in your life or some huge external change or accomplishment, but something you can't even see? We're all searching for happiness and we're all searching for inner peace. But what if we've been looking in all the wrong places? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share with you the single most important practice that I've cultivated over 20 years of sobriety. And this has gotten me through addiction. This has gotten me through loss, through my darkest moments. And it can do the same for you. And it all comes down to the power of everyday miracles. When I look back at my early 20s, I'm watching myself like I'm looking at a different person. And for so many years, I kept journals. And in those journals is where I just let it out. I let out my deep-rooted pain. I let out all that suffering that I was living with. Every single day, I would just dump it all into these journals. And page after page was filled with anxiety and self-loathing, this constant obsession with my body weight or my romantic dramas, writing about trying to quit drugs while high on drugs. And I was caught in this endless cycle. I thought that my happiness and my security and my safety was going to come from something outside of myself. That it was something I had to find out there. And I thought if I just got the right boyfriend or the perfect body or the next achievement, then that misery and that insecurity and those feelings of being inadequate and unlovable, that it would all just finally disappear. I was addicted. I was addicted to drugs. I was addicted to fear. I was addicted to the outside world. And I was going to do whatever it took to numb the pain. I was going to do whatever it took to avoid the feelings of my own fears. I was constantly on guard and I wasn't able to enjoy the simple, happy moments in life because presence was an afterthought. I had no idea what it meant to be present. I was looking for my happiness. I was looking for my safety and my self-worth in all the wrong places, searching for something to save me, not realizing that the whole time what I was truly looking for was actually inside me. I thought that waiting for some huge external event to make me feel good was enough and make me feel safe, make me feel complete. I was searching and hunting and trying to force these changes into my life. But here's what 20 years has taught me. The big life-altering changes didn't come from anything outside of me. They came from the small daily shifts inside. The tiny moments of choosing new thoughts or seeing the small signs of the universe and saying thank you, surrendering my fears through prayer, opening my heart to connection. It wasn't about a big breakthrough. It was about the daily practice of strengthening my faith muscle. It was about the synchronicities and that right person calling at the right time and the intuitive nudge to go to that yoga class or read that book that fell off the shelf or go listen to that song on the radio. It's those subtle moments every day that were evidence that the universe had my back. And as I learned to make that surrender a daily practice, I started to believe in the universe. I started to have faith that I was being guided. But then what happens when the shit hits the fan, right? The shit hits the fan and everything starts to fall apart. In those moments of heartbreak or loss or diagnosis, we can start to feel like we've been abandoned by that faith that we develop. But it's in our darkest moments that we must rely on our faith most. Developing my faith in the universe one day at a time held me in the dark moments. 10 years into my sobriety, I remembered a childhood trauma that I had dissociated from for 30 years. And remembering that trauma catapulted me back into the experience. And I was in terror and fear. And I spent a year trying to pull myself out of bed. And I was lucky if I could brush my teeth. That was the year that I wrote my book, The Universe Has Your Back. And writing that book saved my life. The surrender, the transforming fear into faith, the turning it over one day at a time. Then 16 years into my sobriety, I lost a child in a late-stage pregnancy. And I remember after having to release the child, I said to my friends, my faith is holding me like a blanket, and it's guiding me to heal. And I can feel that faith, even in this moment, I can feel the gratitude I had for that faith in that dark moment. Because the promise of daily faith one day at a time is that it creates this spiritual foundation to hold you when you fall. You start to intuitively know how to take it one day at a time, and you can ask for the small sign and the single step, and that trust will come, and that payoff of that daily practice is real. It's real, my friends. It holds you in those moments of breaking down, and it allows you to know that you're always being guided. But it's also easy to have faith when things are going great, right? You can always have faith when things go well. But then a challenge hits and a job loss and a breakup and a scary diagnosis, and that just all falls apart. But these can be the moments of breakthrough. Those bottom moments don't have to break you. They can be where you break through. So what is it like to live with unshakable faith? It's not about never having problems. It's just not. It's about knowing that you're being guided no matter what. And it can feel like a quiet confidence and a sense of being guided and supported, even in uncertainty, even in those tough times. You're feeling that guidance. You're feeling that security. And it's the ability to surrender to the outcome. And it's trading that fear for this really deep inner knowing that you are never alone and that everything is happening for your highest good, and believing that your obstacles are detours in the right direction and opening your heart to the everyday miracles. It's really fun talking about it. And how do you start to build that muscle? You can start today, right now, right here. Just for today, you can give one fear away. You can pick one thing that you've been worrying about. You can take that bill or that conversation or that health concern or that job that you've been really wanting. And just for today, you can hand it over. You can just simply say a prayer, universe, thank you for taking this from me. Show me the next right action. And just take that in. Just really take that in. The relief and the breath of just giving that fear away just for today. When you create that space and you do this, in that space, the guidance comes. You're suddenly thinking of a friend that you need to call, or that friend calls you. You're going to see that ad for a book that you need to read, or you're going to stumble upon a YouTube video. Maybe it was this one. These are the exact moments that you need to hear. This is how the conversation with the universe begins. So take a moment right now, just look at your own life and think about, where do you need more faith? Where do you need to feel supported? Where are you stuck? And what is the one thing that you can give away just for today? What is that one thing? And give it away. The big transformations that you're seeking are available to you. The security inside, the happiness, the joy, the life beyond your wildest dreams. I promise you that they are available to you. But they're built on a foundation of small daily miracles. Lots of little right actions. Starting to look for them and starting to acknowledge them. This is how you build a faith so strong that it can carry you through anything. And this is how you know in your heart and in your soul, and you trust that the universe always has your back. So my friend, wherever you are right now, I want you to know you're not alone. And I want you to know that as I sit here celebrating 20 years of sobriety, and I look back at that girl who was struggling and desperate, I can tell her with confidence that she did everything right. Taking it one day at a time, opening her heart to a faith beyond her logic and reason, opening her mind to creative possibilities and strengthening her faith in the universe was all that she needed to do to get to living a life beyond her wildest dreams, to living with a sense of unshakable faith inside. This is available to you right now. So let me know in the comments if this message resonated with you. Share your experience of what it means to give your fear away just for today. I'm going to personally respond to all of you. I want to write back. I want to see your comments. I want to be there to serve you and support you. And it's my prayer that this video finds you right when you need it most. And it's this message that guides you to take that small right action today to start to heal and to start to open your heart to more. And if you have a loved one in your life that's struggling, that needs this message, share it with them now. I want you to know I love you, and I'm proud of you for being here. And I want you to believe in your heart and know that all you have to do is just make one small change, one shift inside to live a miraculous life. If you like this video, click here for more.